All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, they've got Richardson. DeRozan out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Wall, and it's Adams in the center.
And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes...
Whoa!
Goodness.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Stolen by Rubio. On the wing, Thompson. The fader. Up again. And it's Green with the jam.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Biyombo, the pass to DeRozan. Hits it from three-point range. DeRozan's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. There's the dish to Green. Thompson for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
And Wall kicks to Richardson. They get the rebound. Wall dishes to Biyombo. Here's DeRozan. Wall passes to Biyombo. The wide open look here for DeRozan. The Trailblazers rebound. And Adams with the slam.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Richardson kicks to Wall. Biyombo down low. He's against Green. And the shot is good.
I don't know if they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
And the basket by Rubio. Portland leading. Outside, Wall. Green with the block. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. Thompson inside the line. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. And Wall. Here we go now. Jordan with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Richardson dishes the Wall. Adams against Green. Back to Wall. Pass to Richardson. 4 on the shot clock. But they'll get another chance. And Adams with the slam.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. Thompson is double. Rubio left side. Ross kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Shot clock at 5. The 11-footer. Green with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Rubio the pass to Thompson. Rubio against Richardson. And it's blocked by Adams.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
For three, Richardson falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Kept alive. Out to the right wing. Rubio dishes to Green. Ross in the corner. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. That one on DeRozan.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the 3-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Houston making a switch here. Cunningham's checked in.
And Terrence Ross showed fantastic development in his second season, but really took a step back last year. All of his shooting percentages were down. He exuded confidence, but still at times just could not buy a basket.
The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the dunk by Biyombo.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Player to lose his way a little after coming on so fast. Clark, I'm not surprised that he's had a few bumps in the road along the way.
That's part of the development and growth process, Kevin. You've seen it with a lot of guys. His upside, though, is great.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Well, I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't he?
He sure does. They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
But they recover it. Withy, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up. Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Dishes to Chalmers. Kicks it to Pierce. It's stolen by Green. And it's the Rockets on the break. Green with the ball. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even. And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Terrence Ross. And Gordon subbed in for Klay Thompson. Gordon kicks to Ezeli. Pierce with the steal. Portland again missing.
And, guys, for Wall, the one thing he's still ironing out is his shooting stroke. It looks better every year, but doesn't necessarily go in more often, especially from 3. But even if he never becomes a great shooter, I think he'll remain one of the game's best all-around talents.
Chalmers best to world peace. There's the screen. Noel dishes to Chalmers. 3-pointer. No good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Iguodala. And the rejection by Noel. Feeds it to world peace. He dishes it to Withy. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Offline with his three. And it's Gordon penetrating. Kicks it out to Iguodala. There's the three. Outside Gordon. Right wing. And some nice passing there by Houston. And that misses. That would have put him up. Portland leading. And here is Chalmers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. And so here's Portland. Here's Noel. 4 on the shot clock. Pierce attacking. High post try. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Gordon. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more. Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Iguodala kicks to Gordon. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And Wall kicks to Richardson. Passes to Biyombo. 6 to shoot. And Wall. There we go now. And he slams it one-handed.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Adams, right side. The 3. Offensive rebound. Out to DeRozan. It's good from long range. DeRozan's got 6.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he can't hit the second. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis. And he gets it to go. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Barbosa. There's the feed to Arthur. It's stolen by Wall. And now it's Ellington running. He can go all the way. That one off the back iron and out.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Iguodala wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Iguodala's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. 8 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Portland may have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Gordon. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Portland.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
On the court for the Trailblazers. All out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's DeRozan. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Wall passes to Adams. The reverse. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 5 assists tonight. And that is good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And DeRozan kicks to Ellington. Now the pass to Biyombo. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Rosen dishes to Adams. Jordan with the block. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. No good from Ross. Trailblazers shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Ellington from outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Wall. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Here's the screen. DeRozan. And Adams with the slam. Clarkie talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Rubio, the pass to Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The baseline J off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. There's the dish to DeRozan. He feeds it to Wall. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And DeRozan kicks to Biyombo. Back to DeRozan. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Thompson for the triple. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Outside, Green. There's the triple. And it's Rubio. That time on the assist from Green. Rubio's got the lead up to 3 now for Houston. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Portland with the change here, too. Richardson, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
And stolen by Richardson. He kicks it to the wall. They set the screen. Biombo up top. Drive by Adams.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skill and IQ.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Mazzilli comes in for Jordan. And it's Jared Cunningham in for Ricky Rubio.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
It's Thompson off the drive. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Thompson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Right side wall. It's deflected. Thompson outside. Pass to Cunningham. Green dishes to Thompson. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. A beautiful reverse layup. And it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Here's Cunningham. They get it again. Trailblazers have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
So for the Rockets, Jarrell Arthur, he's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And Gordon subbed in for Klay Thompson. From deep, Richardson. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
On the wing, Gordon. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Launches the 3. Richardson missing again.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
It's Iguodala with the drive. Here's Cunningham. The Rockets with another miss. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Dishes it to Arthur. Iguodala against Noel. Here's Arthur. On the wing, Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Houston now. They're on a 14-6 run. It's Iguodala with the drive. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Here's the pass to Noel. And here's Chalmers for three. That one goes. Count it. Chalmers has got his first 3 points of the game.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Trailblazers trailed by 4. Pierce wide open. He fires. No good from outside. And for Houston, they're shooting in the second quarter right around 48%.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him any kind of look at the end of the game, he'll cut your heart out.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Cunningham. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Portland. Ellington comes in for Meta World Peace. Rockets leading by 4. Looking back at Paul Pierce's career, Clark, so many game winners, none more impressive than his jumper over Dwayne Wade in the first round of the 2010 playoffs.
Yeah, you know, Shaq nicknamed him the Truth for good reason. I mean, Pierce grew up in L.A. and reportedly dreamed of playing with the Lakers. Ironic that he instead became one of the Celtics' all-time greats.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
From deep, Ilyasova. Arthur grabs the board.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jump.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Noel sets a screen for Ilyasova. The 3 from Chalmers, no good. And Houston the other way now. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
That's tipped. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Noel.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Kicks it out to Barbosa. And the 3. off target.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Noel dishes to Ellington, and it's denied. Gordon goes in. Barbosa with it. Now guarded by Noel. Here's Gordon. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
Trailblazers trailed by 6. It's Pierce on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. Kicks it to Jordan. For the finish. And Jordan sends it back. And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets lead by 6. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Thompson. 19 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
We've got DeAndre Jordan. Ricky Rubio is out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Green in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
And it's Meta World Peace with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Thompson outside. From deep three-point range. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 7th assist in the game. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Richardson. Green with the block.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Thompson with it. Picked up by World Peace. Rubio outside. Back to Green. They double him with Walt. 5 to shoot. Rubio. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever. We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Meta World Peace. And Green slams it in.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
And going back to Rubio, Clark, his natural instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he led Spain to a championship, registering 3 triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double. Wow.
And despite those gaudy numbers, you just never know with an international star if, in fact, his game will translate to the NBA. Rubio's game obviously has.
Out to Thompson. Launches it. They grab their own miss. Green passes to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. DeRozan against Thompson. Outside DeRozan. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. It's his first trip to the line. That's good from DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
Been a stellar outing in this one for DeRozan. He has 8 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
A nice shot by Jordan. Ross with the steal. Feeds it to Green. He dishes it to Ross. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Terrence Ross, an explosive young player who can really put on a show. Clark, jaw-dropping, highlight reel dunks are his specialty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tremendous athlete, great bounce and elevation and creativity. Won the slam dunk contest as a rookie.
It's Wall with the drive. This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game. And that one falls for John Wall.
At the line for the Rockets, John Wall.
And he makes both free throws. Wall with the steal. Biyombo kicks to DeRozan. Passes it to Biyombo. From deep, Richardson. And that is good. Richardson's got 10.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Another miss by Houston.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
There's a good screen. And Wall kicks to Biyombo. And stolen by Jordan. Wall going up court. Here's Thompson. That one wide left.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
The three. Here's Jordan. Knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And it's DeRozan missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Thompson with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. The drive by Rubio. And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Houston with a big group substitution here. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Iguodala comes in for Terrence Ross. Gordon's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Jared Cunningham in for Ricky Rubio. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Cunningham. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Noel. Chalmers dishes to Noel. From 10 feet out, Rockets with the rebound. Ezeli's got his third rebound tonight. He lobs it up. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly. Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
The open shot, world peace. Portland again missing. Houston leading by 11. Pierce with the steal. Down low. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Green with the ball. He's got 10. Pass to Cunningham. Makes it off the glass. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
6 to shoot. Pierce for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Ezeli's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious. Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good. Well, Eric Gordon has been getting it done. 12 points and 2 steals as well. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
Houston making some changes. Arthur comes in for Green, and it's Barbosa in for Cunningham. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I have to say, it was pretty good. I mean, finished 3rd in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Ezeli. The feed to Arthur. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
And stolen by Gordon. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Outside Gordon. Fires the 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Chalmers kicks to Ilyasova. That one's off, still out of sync.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
And the Rockets making a change here. Aflalo's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Noel's checked in for Ilyasova. DeRozan comes in for Pierce. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Meta World Peace. And it's Mills in for Mario Chalmers. Now a timeout called by Portland.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
And Portland making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. Noel, a screen on Barbosa. Mills passes to Noel. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open 3. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strengths.
Ricky Rubio checked in for the Rockets. Back to Jordan. Shot clock at 5. And Barbosa has it in the corner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. And it's Houston with another. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Mills. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out. Fortunately for me, I don't have him.
And the Trailblazers shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. DeRozan's shot is good. Here's Rubio. He's got 7. The pass to Thompson. There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. The drive by Jordan.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Green, he's checked in for Houston. And for Portland, they're shooting 43% from the floor. The 3 from Mills. Good D by Thompson.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
And he knocks down the first one. He doesn't get the second one. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to Indiana. Portland again missing. The Rockets shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. And the 3 ball is good. Thompson's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Houston.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Houston on top, running away with it. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And on the floor for Portland. Here in the fourth, we've got DeRozan. Steven Adams is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Richardson, and it's Wall in the 1 spot.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
Outside, Green. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound in this one. And with great spacing in the NBA, you need great shooting. More than ever, shooting and spacing, Clark, are at a premium in the NBA for teams.
Yeah, well, it starts with point guards being able to break down defenses and get into the lane to create open shots. You want to be able to create space for the point guards to drive, so you need shooters on the wings.
Green inside the three-point line, and that one hits back iron.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And he gets the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Cunningham. Drains it from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all. Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Houston. Barbosa comes in for Ross.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Cunningham kicks to Barbosa. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Iguodala dishes to Cunningham. He feeds it to a... Look at that!
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
The kick out to Wall. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And the Rockets making a change here. Arthur's checked in. It's DeRozan with...
About that athletic ability there.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Good. 19 points for Wall.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Wall with the steal. And DeRozan throws it down.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, one thing we saw a lot of last season during the playoffs was the hack-a-shack plan, pretty much purposely fouling a poor free throw shooter. A lot of differing opinions on it, as it wasn't fun to watch for the viewers, but many feel it's a legitimate part of the game if it works.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And a switch here also for Portland. Ilyasova's checked in.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Ross with the steal. Green again to Ilyasova. Thompson passes to Green. Back to Thompson. Outside, Green. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Ross. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
In the corner, Ilyasova with it. Rockets with the rebound. The hack-a-shack or the hack-a-Jordan or the hack-a-whatever being the focus of the playoffs last season. We saw it up close and personal. It opened up a debate, Greg, on whether or not it should be allowed. What do you think?
You know, it's a touchy subject. I remember last summer, or spring, I should say, the commissioner touched upon it. You know, one of the concerns is, do you want to change a rule for an entire league when it basically affects 2 players? And so it's something that you got to be sensitive to. But to your point, the fans don't want to see that ugly style of basketball.
It's boring. It slows the game down. Ross in the corner. Fires it up. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Left side, DeRozan. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Watch out below. Get out of his way now.
No way that he was going to slow him down.
Yeah, he was not to be denied on that possession.
Here's Richardson. Rips down the breakaway slam.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost.
Man,
How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Clock at 6. Out to Thompson. With a floater. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
Richardson for 3. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries. And Rubio kicks to Green.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
From deep, Ilyasova can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 22. Thompson with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Thompson misses. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place. How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
And with the HGH test, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
Puts it up. Ilyasova dishes to Richardson. Off target with his 3. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Pacers in Indiana. Jordan kicks to Green. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And finished off by DeRozan.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Rockets leading by 14. And stolen by Ilyasova. And Wall kicks to Ilyasova. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
They get a hand on it. And stolen by Ilyasova. And here we go with DeRozan. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's
smokes.
one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Trailblazers trail by 14. Adams. And Jordan sends it back. The dish out to Thompson. Takes a three. Rebound by John Wall. Wall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. Here's DeRozan. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there. Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. And Adams kicks to Wall. And he gets it to go. Wall's got 31 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Drive by Adams. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Looking at the game Adams has been having, 14 rebounds, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside. Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
The drive by Green. Thompson outside. And stolen by Richardson. Gets the first. That brings them within 8. Houston a whole new 5 on the floor. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Iguodala. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Yeah, you've got to avoid those kinds of turnovers.
Yeah, mistakes like that derail any team.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
.32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Thompson is double. He kicks to Green. It's stolen by Adams.
Strong defense.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it.
Biyombo kicks to DeRozan. For the 3. Kept alive. And Adams with the slam.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail.
들던 그때보다 조금은 잃었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투. 다 끝. 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아. 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind. 이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해. 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질. 모두 비맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 찐땀이네. 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여. 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협. 시간을 도마 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져. 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무. 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유. 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게. 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파치 no face. 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스. 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind. 뭐 사실 조금 때 같아. 곧 내 같아. 곧 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 된 같아. 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아. 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아. 살기보단 생존하기 바쁜 정수리는 넓어지고 평소가 작아지는 마음 속에 피어나줬으면 해. 한 송이의 평화 진흙탕 속의 연화. 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. I try and try, and I start to be sensible. You know what I mean? And so it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. And next time we'll talk it over, and we can start again. For you, I caught a lot of static. And me, I would like it automatic. Oh, what did you think would happen next? Oh, what could it ever be? So it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. Next time, let's talk about it. Or maybe start again. To think I used to pity you. To think I used to pity you. It's true. To think I used to pity you. To think I used to talk to you. It's true. Next time we can talk about it, or even start again. I couldn't tell you what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? I knew you were low, man, but the truth is I was shocked.
I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course. I'm slipping down a chain reaction, and here I go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours in fractions. It takes me down, pulls me down low. Honey, it's raining tonight, but you to